One of my favorite things about reading scripture is seeing how the scripture foreshadows the life of Jesus even before Jesus has arrived fully in scripture. It just speaks to the plan that God had all along. So you guys know that we are doing a Bible reading challenge and we are currently in Psalm. We actually passed Psalm 22, and that's the scripture that I wanted to talk about today. Because in Psalm 22, you will notice that there are some prophecies in there concerning Jesus's crucifixion that David speaks about. But as you're reading Psalm 22, you'll notice that David is speaking about his suffering and the suffering that humanity face, what we face as humans. If you look at Psalm 22 verse 1, it says, my God, why have you forsaken me? Why are you so far from saving me? So far from my cries of anguish. And again, this is David speaking about his suffering, but it also is a prophecy which foreshadows Jesus being crucified. So in Matthew 27:46, this is concerning Jesus, where it says, And about the 9th hour, Jesus cried out with a loud voice, saying, Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani? That is, my God, why have you forsaken me? Just as David had spoken in Psalm 22:1. And then when you go to Psalm 22:7-8, David is again speaking of his suffering, where he says, all who see me mock me. They hurl insults, shaking their heads. He trusts in the Lord, they say. Let the Lord rescue him. Let him deliver him, since he delights in him. And then when you go to Matthew 27:43, it says, he trusts in God. Let God rescue him now, if he wants him. For he said, I am the Son of God. So this is basically where they were mocking Jesus for saying that he is the Son of God. And then in Psalm 22:18, it says, they divide my clothes among them and cast lots for my garments. Now going back to Matthew 27 verse 35, this time it says, when they had crucified him, they divided up his clothes by casting lots. I just wanted to share that because I think this is like one of the powerful things that we see in scripture, where there are different prophecies and foreshadowing of just the life of Jesus. And I think that it speaks to the plan of God and how everything is already established and everything is planned out strategically. Nothing is by accident at all.